oh, just manifest this, just sit and write it down and pray and then no. That's not how you build your dream life. If you want the real shit that's actually going to get you from zero, from literally zero to being able to live your dream life, I'll tell you every single step. There's 6 of them. So let's go. And if it sounds harsh, then you just don't deserve to live your dream life and you can stay comfortable. I don't care. My life doesn't change. But if you want your life to change, then watch this video. Step 1 is make sure you know that your mindset is go time. It's game time. Your young 20s and 30s and for wherever you are in life, if you're at the beginning of your journey, you need to go. Like we don't have time. Everybody thinks, oh, there's so much time. No, you are in your prime. You have so much power to work hard as a female and have all of that value at a young age. You need to go right now. We're wasting time. Cut it with the soft girl shit. I see so many people, they're like, oh, soft girl, demure. I just want a man to pay for my life. I just want to sit back, relax. I don't want to lift a finger. Like, I just want to be super passive in my life and like let things come to me and manifest. You know how stupid you sound? You have one life. You have one life on this earth. And you're going to spend it just sitting back, relaxing, letting some man just like choose your life for you? Most of the men I know are idiots. Most of them are idiots. I get that, if you trust a man, there's something very like special with like that relationship. But that's not how you start your life. Okay, like that's a beautiful thing for marriage when it does come, when you find the right person. But to be single and a young girl and say, I just really want to trust a man with my life, like blah, blah. Bitch, you have no man. Your man's in the club right now. Like, get to work right now. You only have yourself right now. Use it. Stop with the soft girl shit and get with the hard girl program, okay? Somebody said this in one of my videos. They're like, you need to be in your Rottweiler era. And I love that. You're in your Rottweiler era. You're in your psycho mode era. You know how psycho you go on the man when he's like with another girl at the club, texting his people, blah, blah, following up with it, tracking his life 360, tracking his Venmo. You need to put that energy towards your business. You need to put that energy towards building your skill set and saving money and doing something with it. Don't put that energy towards people that aren't going to be here in a year. I'm so sorry, but they just won't. So many times, and I'm not saying this like I'm perfect, so many times I think back to when I was in relationships and all that energy that I put towards those relationships. Yes, I don't like wish I could change anything about my life because I love my life, but I'm like, dude, I just want to shake myself and be like, girl, if you put all of that psycho energy into sales, into your business, obviously this is for me, but if I put all that energy into there, I'd probably have like 11 houses, not just 2. Okay, next with your mindset, you need to have the successful hot girl mindset. When I say hot girl, that just means like the hot girl energy, the hot girl aura. You need to feel like you are the valuable one. You are the one, when you walk into a room, everybody looks at you. Has nothing to do with physical attractiveness. You just have that aura around you that you know your worth. You know who the fuck you are, and everybody should realize that value. And I promise you, when you have that mindset, you walk into any single scenario, opportunities will come knocking at your door. I don't care what you're doing. You could say, well, I'm a server. How do I have hot girl mindset when I'm a server? I'm a bartender. How do I do? You know, I used to knock on doors and sell pest control. But when I would do that, and I would literally knock on people's doors, I would pretend like, oh my God, like I would brainwash myself. And I would say like, I am selling the best fucking bug spray on the planet. Like everybody wants to buy what I'm selling. All these neighbors love me. Like everybody's infected with my positive energy in this neighborhood. They're living a terrible life. And when I knock on their door, they're so excited to talk to me. And when you come with this energy, people buy from you, in my case. But whatever you're doing, you have to have this energy of, I'm the hot girl. I'm the valuable one in this scenario, no matter what you're doing. I promise you, the vibes will just come. The opportunities will just come. They'll be like begging to be a part. Like the hot girl, the opportunities will be so attracted to you. Next with the mindset, rejection. Learn to love it. If you're a girl, you might be like, oh, he rejected me. Oh, she doesn't want to be my friend. Oh, they didn't invite me to this party. So fucking what? If you want to be successful in business, get used to it. When I was I started my sales journey when I was 18 years old doing door-to-door sales, knocking on doors, people telling me to myself, posting me on the neighborhood chat. This girl's in our neighborhood. I'm so glad that I got into sales at a young age because it made me so callous to rejection. And that is a skill set on its own that will translate to anything you want to do in your life. Rejection, you learn to love it. And you know why? Is because every single time you get a no, you're so much closer to yes. Your life is full of like mathematical averages, and rejection is one of them. You're not going to get rejected on 100% of things in life. You're going to get rejected on 99. So every single time you get rejected means you're 1% closer to that 1% of success. And that 1% of success will make up for all the 99% of rejections in your life. So if you're in a point right now where you're just going through rejection after rejection after rejection, so and so doesn't want to date you, they're ghosting you, you didn't get that job interview, you just don't know where to go, you got rejected from college, you got fired from your job. Yay! Let's fucking go. That means you're so much closer to be to where you want to be because the law of averages, it's just coming up. You just have to knock on every single door of opportunity, and then the one that answers will change your fucking life. Mindset is the biggest thing in success. The first thing you need to do is prime your mindset. Make sure you love rejection. Make sure you're not being a soft girl and you know, okay, this is game time. This is go time. I'm in grind mode. It's not going to be pretty. I'm in hard girl era. I'm following up people. I'm stressing out. I'm busy. Get used to it. And okay, I'm not talking to everybody right now. There's going to be some people that watch this video and they're like, yeah, I don't want to do that. That sounds so like stressful. Yeah, it is stressful. Okay. But I also own millions of dollars of real estate, multiple companies, love what I do. I love who I am. I love my business partners, my friends, my whole life. And I'm telling you exactly how I did it, at least. And I didn't get here just from praying to the gods and sitting in my notebook, writing all my affirmations. Like, no, that's a big part of it. But what you do with that and how you act every single day is like 90% of it. So get to fucking work. Step number 1 is choose a high income skill to learn, to love, to make your life. For me, that was sales. When I was 18 years old, I was working at a coffee shop and I was like, $8 an hour just doesn't sit right with me. I'm way too good at my job. No offense to be getting $8 an hour. So, like, where the fuck do I go? And a mentor told me sales. So, sales was my journey. Whatever your journey is, whatever your skill set is, hone in on it and be like, I'm doing that. And for me, when I was 18 years old, I was knocking on doors. Okay. Like this house I'm sitting in right now, I used to be scared to knock on doors like these because I'm like, oh my God, they're so rich. No. I mean, I own one of them now. So whatever you do, make sure the very first step is choosing your skill set. And then step number 2 is get to fucking work. Okay? Get to work. And be okay with this is where the hard girl grinder era comes into play. Be okay with being at the bottom and being a dog and having to prove yourself. Like when I was first starting out, when I was doing sales, every single person I worked with was guys, and they were all guys. And so I always thought, I have to prove myself. Like I should be friends with them, like all this stuff. No, you'll never get. I'm so sorry, but like they respected me a lot. I love them. They're all my friends. But there's a layer in there to where it's like if you're the only girl and if you're starting out and when you're new, you have to prove yourself through your numbers. You have to let your production speak for itself. So when you find that skill, whatever it is, finance, accounting, real estate, software, AI, whatever your skill is, step number 1. Step number 2 is get to fucking work. Make sure every single day you're grinding. Okay, look at look at this. I don't know if you guys can see this. I have scars on my knuckles. I don't know. Can you see this? I have scars on my knuckles from how hard and how many doors I've knocked in my life. That's something you can't make up. I knew, okay, being good at a skill set, I'll give you the math equation for it because there's a literal math equation for it. It's quality times quantity. Quality means how good you are at it, how much training you have, how in sales, it's like, am I going to close this person? What's my closing ratio? If I talk to 10 people, how good am I to close 6 of them? Whatever it is. But quality, you can control, you can like get better at, you can join a program. Like I have my sales academy, girls train with me. Like this is how you control your quality. Your quantity though, is where the hard work comes in because, okay, if your closing ratio is 6 out of 10, what happens if you knock 100 doors, you're going to close 60? Well, what happens if you only knock 80 doors? You're going to close less. It's quality times quantity equals your dream life through hard work and building your skill set. So whatever you're doing in your skill set, make sure you are refining your craft and really putting so much time and attention towards becoming better at it, but also just get to fucking work. Don't sit down, don't shut up, be the hardest working person in the room. It's great to be the hardest working person in the room. People think, oh, I don't want to try too hard. Oh, I'm way too cool for that. Oh, I'm way too above that. Step number two is just, it's the hardest part. And this is where you have to go dark. Like, if you, like, you just have to focus. You have to be an organized psychopath. Be psychopathic with your work ethic, but be organized with, like, okay, if I'm going to work this hard, I want to make sure that it's going towards something that's actually going to give me the benefits of that. And for me, what makes the most sense, and I am completely biased, is sales. Because I'm like, okay, the more amount of hard work you put into it, the more you put into your training, it's a direct reflection of the amount of dollars that you get paid. And then what you get paid, you're like, okay, I'm going to be smart with this money and I'm going to put in investments. I'm going to move out of my hometown. I'm going to buy this car, whatever. To me, that makes the most sense. And the thing is, too, this time's going to suck. So like I said, I have scars on my knuckles from the amount of doors I would knock in my beginning of my sales career. And if I could go back and not do door to door, I'd probably be so much farther along with life right now, which is why my sales academy is remote sales. But I'm so thankful for it because it's like it builds your character. So whatever dark time you're in right now, every single ounce of hard work will never go unnoticed. It's the law of accumulation. The law of accumulation states every single ounce of hard work that I put into my life will reap me benefits, maybe not now, but in the future. If you're not seeing the fruits of your labor right now, that is okay, because at some point in time, it's going to come back to you tenfold. Do you think when I was knocking doors at 18 years old, getting told to off and myself, crying to my mom, then I was like, oh, one day I'm going to run this huge sales company and have all of these girls that I've everything worked out? Like, it didn't correlate. I didn't see, like, that wasn't even in my peripherals. But every single ounce of hard work that I put in, every single skill set that I have, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be the real fucking deal and be able to coach all of these thousands of women and be able to recognize the fact that the best opportunity isn't necessarily door to door or insurance or real estate. The best sales opportunity is high ticket remote sales. And everything comes together in a perfect little bow one day, I promise you. But when you're in step two, which is the dark, the grind, the suck, you're not going to be overly happy. You're like, Shelby was wrong. You won't be saying that when you reap all of the benefits, and it will come soon. So get comfortable being in the suck. Wait, step number 3 is when you're in the suck, like bottom of the barrel whenever you start out, it's the worst. Okay, get used to it. This is what you like. Nothing worth it in life comes easy. This is the part where you build your foundation, you build your character, you build your skill set, you build your confidence, you make and keep promises to yourself. That's that. Step number 3 is where you kind of get the hang of it, but you keep the gas pedal going. The biggest mistake I see people making is they go through all this suck, and then as soon as they start getting really good, they plateau because they're like, oh, I don't have to do all of this stuff in order to make this money. Like, that's so cool. I'm good. I'm kind of tired. I just got out of the suck. Like, this is awesome because I'm better at it now. I don't have to do all that hard work. No. Step number 3 is you refine your craft. You double down and you go even harder. When you have momentum, you push the fuck through. You don't stop when you're comfortable. You don't stop when, oh, things are going really good, blah, blah. Things can go better. Things can always go better. Don't get comfortable, because this is where like 80% of people just stop. And if you want to live a comfortable life, be my guest. Honestly, be my guest. But if you're watching this video, you probably don't. So this is where the winners and the top 1% are made, is in step 3. So what you're going to do is whatever your skill set is, double the fuck down. Pay for training, pay for masterminds, pay to get a mentor, work extra long, recruit everybody, like whatever your thing is. Mine was sales. You double down and you become a psychopath about it. Okay. There's like a look in somebody's eyes that I know I'm giving you guys right now. You can just tell when they're going to be successful. And this is like the extra, like, that nobody gets, is you have to have this like fire in your eyes, this passion for what you're doing. And I promise you that I'm going to talk about sales because that's my background. The top sales reps and the most successful people in any industry, they don't want to be the best because of money. They want to be the best because they are like, I am the best. I'm not letting so-and-so beat me the fuck. I'm the fucking best. So step number 3 is where you're like, I'm the best, so I'm going to act like the best. And every single day I'm going to show up as the best because they can take breaks, they can take lunches, they can take the weekends off. I'm not. And this is crazy. And if you're hearing this and you're like, this is so insane. Yeah, it's insane and it's crazy. But if you want to achieve crazy things and like by a young age, this is exactly what like the game plan I'm telling you to do. So step number 3, be a fucking psycho and double down. Don't get comfortable. Double down on what you're doing and repeat it over and over and over again. I want to talk about mindset too. When you're the top 1% and you're the best of the best, your mindset needs to be completely different than most people. And I'll give you the mindset that I train my girls. The mindset is this: you need to stay level headed and be attached to the inputs of what you're doing rather than the output. So, for example, you need to measure your success on what you can control. Don't measure your success on what you can't control. You can't control if somebody buys from you. You can't control if somebody wants to date you. You can't control if you get fired. You can't control if you don't get a job interview. But what you can control is how many jobs you apply to. You can control how many people you call. You can control your availability of how much you're working. You can control the amount of leads that you can contact. You can control the amount of training calls that you show up to. I would measure your success as inputs rather than outputs because you can control this. So when this doesn't work out, you get mad at yourself and you're like, I can control this though. Like, I didn't do this. Okay, so I'm going to do it and then be successful. You can't control if somebody gives you your credit card at the end of the day. Like, you just can't. And sometimes you're going to get hit with no, 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 no. And you're going to be so down on yourself. But you stay level minded because if you know your inputs are there, you're calling all these people, you're knocking on all these doors, you're getting on all your Zooms. It's just a matter of time until the next person buys. The mindset is this: when you are doing really well in your skill, you double down and you work hard because the law of averages, there's going to be days where you have rough, hard days and you need to pad yourself for the rough, hard days. So when I am on a fucking roll and I'm productive, I'm feeling creative, like all this stuff, I double down and I work extra hard. I don't just say, oh, I did my stuff for the day. Awesome. Now I'm going to go grab a beer. I don't drink beer. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to go like chill, like watch some TV. I don't watch TV either. All I do is work. But that's my point. When you're on a roll, when you have so much momentum, and I have so much momentum right now, I'm doubling the fuck down. When you're in a hard spot, when you're in like the rut and people are just no, 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 things aren't working out for you, be nice to yourself. Okay, don't punish yourself. Don't be like, oh, I'm the worst. I don't deserve to go get Chipotle with guac on it. I'm just going to go get rice and chicken. Like, no. You pad yourself when you're having a hard time because your body and your mindset needs the love. Because you didn't get the love in your job. You're not making the money. You're not making the connections. Like, life is shitting on you right now. So be nice to yourself. But when you're fucking killing it, be hard on yourself. Be like, I am doubling the fuck down. I'm working extra hard. I'm doing all the chores around the house that I need to do that I've been putting off. Like, I'm on a roll. Let's fucking go. And this is how you stay steady. Because your life and being successful in your career, you can't burn yourself out. So you need to stay stoic. So don't get too high on the highs. Don't get too low on the lows. Stay in the middle. That's step number 3. Step number 4 is scale yourself. So now that you're the best of the best, you're the top 1%. Step number 4 is grow beyond you in whatever capacity that looks like. So for me, obviously in sales, like recruiting is a huge thing. When I was doing door to door, recruiting was a huge thing. Whatever sales company you're in, when you build a team, you have people selling for you. You get paid for their sales as well, depending on how well your team does. That's a great way to scale your skill sets because you're training other people and that grows beyond you. For me, it looks a little different because rather than going the recruiting route, I just didn't love it. I went the route of building my own sales business. I realized that I had so much influence with, people wanting to do what I did. And so when I was in the door-to-door industry, all these people want to be like, I want to do what you do, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I love that. It wasn't the best opportunity at all. Like, they're so like, and so I sat down and I was like, I have so much influence right now. I need to choose a space that I genuinely believe is the best opportunity you can get into, that I love, that's sustainable for the lifestyle that I want. And for me, that was remote sales. I didn't want to be a mom pregnant knocking doors forever. Like, I don't know. I loved it. It's a great experience. I think every single person should try it, but it's like, for me and for the women that wanted to learn from me, I didn't feel comfortable doing that. So for me, when I chose to scale, I was like, okay, I'm at the point, I'm a top 1% sales rep. I'm fucking shit in sales. I'm sorry, but that's what people knew me as. I'm just gonna say it. I worked for that statement. But I'm gonna scale myself in a direction that I know is it. So whenever you're at the point where you're like, I'm the fucking best of the best, scale yourself in a way to where you 100% believe in the capacity of the scale. So for me, that was starting my own sales agency. Because I was like, I am amazing at what I do. I have all these people ready to go, like, let's do it. And I did it and it fucking worked out. So whatever that is, maybe it's starting your own business. Maybe it's just scaling yourself and adding on extra calls. I'll get into that in a second. Maybe it's you're in a sales company and you want to recruit a team. Maybe you're not even in sales and you're in technology, AI, whatever. Like, post content, hire people, scale yourself, build something that's bigger than you. That's how you get to fuck you money. I always say this: sales will make you rich, it'll never make you wealthy. Sales is trading your time for money, but it's the best possible way to spend your time in order to make the money. It's the best trade for your time. And right now, all we got is time, guys. So make your time worth it. Get into something that gives you money for your time. But then when you get to the point of scaling it, you need to think long term. And that's the point that I'm at right now. And I love it because I have the ability to touch all these different people's sales journeys and have them start on their own sales journey. Another part of scaling, if you're like, it's just me, like, I don't want to recruit people, I don't want to start business, I don't want to worry about any of that. How do I scale just myself? You can do that. Add on extra side hustles, max out your time, make sure that you're doing everything you possibly can to make the dollar sign per month as large as humanly possible in one amazing way. Not, I am biased, but I'm going to put this in here. My sales academy, there's girls in here that work 9 to 5s. There's girls in here that are in insurance sales, real estate, that take extra sales calls on the side in order to max out the amount of money that they make every single month. So there's not even just my sales academy taking closing calls for companies. There's so many other things that you can do. Whatever it is, look at your schedule and be like, okay, if I'm working this amount, what can I do after work that can build my dream life around what I'm doing right now? Because that is how you scale yourself. You scale your skill sets and you grow into somebody that's almost unrecognizable. And then one day you'll be like, oh my gosh, how did I do that? I did all this stuff. I went through this stuff. I maximized myself. I'm this fucking badass rock star. And now what do I do with it? Okay, last step. Now that you've scaled yourself, or you've scaled your business, or you've scaled your team, or you've scaled your influence, your content, whatever it is, now that you're at this point that you have so much money coming in, be smart about it. You just spent so much hard work, so many tears, so many hard eras of sacrifice for this dollar amount. Don't spend it on dumb shit. Don't buy all the designer, like, it's stupid. It's a leather handbag. Get a guy to buy it for you. I'm kidding. It's true. Make sure your money is going towards something that's actually sustainable and long term. Sales money is quick. It's a great way to get quick money, whatever your skill set is. For me, that's sales. But you take that quick money and you shove it into smart things. For me, that's real estate. Like, I'm sitting in Tennessee. You guys can see I'm in Tennessee right now. And I'm at one of my 2 properties that I purchased today, literally signed for it today. And now I'm broke. No, but you be smart about it, because the income that I'm gonna have, that I saved all my sales money, shoved it into real estate, and now this income that I'm generating every single month is gonna generate for me for the rest of my life, and I'm building equity. And I'm gonna get to the point where all this money is coming in that's working for me. That's the most freeing thing you can do for yourself as a woman, is work insanely hard in the beginning, but then every single dollar you shove into something that's long term, that's like, oh my God, I'm free. Everything could go to shit and I'm so free. Also, disclaimer, this sucks. Like, for my income, I am living very below my means. I don't spend money on dumb shit. No, I don't. I really don't. And you shouldn't either. It's your energy, your money. Like, every single dollar I've earned I look at it like blood, sweat, and tears of that dollar, and it's a little soldier. And it's like, do I want this little dollar bill soldier to go to a piece of leather handbag from Miu Miu? No. Well, I do want it to, but I'm not doing that because I'd rather a property. And so I want you guys to think about it like this. It may seem stupid. Lunch is here, dinner's here, bags here, sunglasses here. Yes, treat yourself, and I do too. but treat yourself after the fact of you being smart with your money. So, those are my steps on how to build your dream life. Step number one, fix your mindset. Step number two, learn a high income skill. Step number three, be able to go through the suck and be entry level and be a beginner, be a learner in your high income skill, and be the hardest worker. Step number four, max out your skills and be the best of the best, be that top 1%. Step number five, scale. Scale so hard, scale beyond yourself, max out that dollar amount per month, start a business, do everything beyond you. Step number six, shove every single dollar into something that's smart, that's going to set you up for the rest of your life because you just worked so hard. Make it worth it. I love you guys so much. This is my very first YouTube video. So I don't really know what to say at this point. Like and comment and subscribe. I don't know. But I'm going to be doing these every single week. I'm a psychopath at this. I have so many secrets that I need to share with you guys that are longer than 60 seconds on an Instagram or TikTok. So this is where I'm going to be spilling the real sauce. So let me know what you guys want to hear from me. But I have so much to spill. Not enough time. One video a week. I love you guys so much. Bye.